Alrighty. Having a good week, but you've had a good week so far, Mike?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Nothing too crazy going on for me.
No interstate travel for training. It's always a nice change.
Right, yeah, no, I actually I got my first aligner set sold today. So that was
Okay.
nice. Yeah. And then had to comfort somebody else who had a real rough day.
Oh, unfortunate.
That's my job. I'm the manager. I gotta.
Yeah.
I need it. I gave them the Ted Lasso goldfish speech, and that seemed to help actually.
Nice. Look, man, whatever works in the end. Oh. But, you know, I'm excited to see how Campaign 2 will go. It should... It'll be interesting, because there's a very big difference in this campaign and that one. That's NPC count. Like, the party will be traveling with them. Like, this one you guys just been meeting people as you've gone along, and towns and whatnot. The other one, it's the complete opposite. You don't want to go into towns because... Well, I mean, you could try and make disguise checks, I guess. It's not gonna go well. Hostile territory is not a nice place.
It is nice when you want to burn everything to the ground.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, the one thing they're good at doing is making it fireproof, because goblins already burn their own shit down. Have to self-prepare. I mean, it's enough of a problem that they light their own mounts on fire. That's a serious strategy, and I hate it.
That's a rough strategy to have if you're one of the people putting their mounts on fire.
Oh no, you get off the mount and then send it into battle on fire. That's base Pathfinder 2.
Mouths.
It's fucking
I thought
crazy.
you said mouths, and I was really concerned.
Oh, a slight difference.
But that's also depressing. So.
Yeah. I mean, if it helps. Have you seen what a goblin dog looks like?
Yeah, actually I have. They're
Yeah.
pretty terrifying.
Rat-faced things. So, you know, it makes you feel less bad as if it was like if it was like a horse or a regular dog. Still not great, but less bad.
True.
So I think that's like the most frequently foundable thing in a Goblin City now. Oh goodness. Anyway, so last session we had some nice feels. A speech was made, and another meeting with the mayor was had.
Woo woo.
Then flaming spheres fell from the sky, and we ended out here, chilling in the middle of the woods.
Well, we're also pretty sure that Wuxian's not that bad. I mean, we kind of were thinking that before, but we're getting a pretty, not a guarantee, but we're getting a pretty strong feeling about that. And then that the mayor's group is a little more on the not so great side.
Yeah, the detect evil side of detect alignment's pretty useful for that kind of thing.
That's true.
What matters is we got there eventually.
That is true. Although we always had a feeling. I just had to confirm it.
Hey, sometimes sets motive checks are more reliable than detect evil. Sometimes. Most people aren't casters enough to hide that bullshit. What? Also, I think like non-detection has a cast level check. I don't remember. No one here is casting Mind Blank, and that's what really counts. You don't want to be fighting if they cast Mind Blank. Anyway, so we'll do this. Wait, that was the wrong thing. Oh no! I forgot I copied over the thing to color before I said. Now JonTron's playing. Alright, hold on. Let's fix this up. Alright, did we get it? Alright, we skipped it. Cool. We don't need to hear distant JonTron throughout the session. Alright. So, everybody was resting up after all of your nighttime traveling. And we left off right when we were about to go into doing watches, which felt like an important thing to keep an eye out on due to, you know, being in a place where you're supposed to be meeting someone and not cold camping.
Campy.
So, is there anything people wanted to do or discuss before we get into it?
Well, I believe that someone is now able to stay up for most of the night. So that's something to consider.
That is also very true. Athos, that's you. Not Cronus though. That'd be too convenient.
Cronus needs a nap. Well, we can
Yep,
still Sorry.
So that means I can take over 3 watches.
Yeah, you can do 3 out of 4 watches now.
Oh, I could not tell you.
Yeah, and you could just sleep the extra time because you feel like it. Sleep is important.
Nah, I'll do 3 watches.
I don't mind still doing a watch just in case.
Up to you guys.
Okay, Baldur can watch with you.
Okay. Lynn, do you want to take an early nap today?
I guess.
I know you usually stay up a little later than us, but if you want, you can feel free to actually sleep.
I guess I can do this.
There you go. Since you've been so generous with us, you at least deserve to have a slightly longer sleep than normal, and then me and Athos can pretty much tag team this, with Athos doing most of the work, sorry. So I guess I'll roll my perception unless someone wants to do something.
Oh yeah, anyone who wants to be doing their watches, we'll go into the first one. That's just saying, unless people want to discuss something in advance, like RP wise, other than just mechanical.
Oh, okay. Do I have any to roll?
I mean, it's up to you.
It wasn't great, so I'm glad Baldur did well.
Exactly. Baldur's keeping a strong eye out as everyone starts to take their rest. You guys have been doing most of your travel through the night, but based on the way the previous day went and everything, it ends up being somewhere around early afternoon while you're starting to go to sleep. And Baldur keeps an eye out, looking for any creatures nearby that are interesting or particularly tasty, but doesn't seem to find anything. Though, he does eventually lead people over to something which sparks a bit of interest. Anyone who wants, any of the people who are awake can give me a survival check. Or knowledge nature.
I mean, yeah, we're the same.
Alrighty. NVIDIA, you look over and you see that Bold's just been doing a little bit of patrol around the area, and he's poring over at what looks to be a bit of loose hair that's just been caught on a branch.
Okay.
It looks very light in color.
Like blonde?
It looks more white, honestly. You're not exactly sure what it is, but you're able to see that it seems like something's passed through here with white fur.
We've seen white fur. What kind of fur is it? Is it Finland fur? Because we saw a dude with white fur with the mare.
That is true. It'll be knowledge nature to properly identify it.
Feeling pretty good.
Oh, sorry, just 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. So at 26, you can tell that this is tiger fur.
Oh, like white tiger fur, like the one we saw with Hifumi? Wait, no, sorry, that was a fox.
That was a fox, yes, that was a hoar fox.
Okay. This is white tiger fur. White tigers known to be in this area?
Actually, yes. White tigers are the more common type of tigers that you'll find in Anvisalia. They hunt in the areas slightly further to the south because they blend in with the snow. Snow leopards and lynx are also common. The thing that stands out more about Bold than anything in this area is that he is the wrong coloration for the region.
Nice.
But it seems like he could... he was able to sniff out some other tiger fur just kind of in the area. Which, a little bit strange. Normally they don't come this far north on their own.
You think you have a trail there, buddy? You think you can find where that tiger went?
Hey Lynn, you feel like rolling me a survival check?
I have a cat in front of my monitor, but I will try.
Okay.
For Balder or for me?
For Boulder.
Well,
Boulder does not give you a lick of confirmation.
Oh, there it is.
you can come sit on my lap, please.
He just kind of
Oh, well.
sits there and sniffs at the fur once more. Then he goes back towards the campfire and just curls up in a ball.
Okay, well, keeping an eye out for white tigers then. I guess I'll do while our watch is still on, I'll do a lap around the perimeter to see if I can see any signs of people passing or, of any sort of non-natural life.
Alrighty, go ahead. Survival or perception? Survival if you're looking specifically for tracks.
I guess we'll do perception, just looking for signs of non-natural life, if that makes sense, and then we do survival later if I need to track something.
Alrighty. So, you look around the area, and it doesn't seem like there's anything that's too out of the ordinary. There's definitely been foot traffic through here, but you expected as much as that. Some marks that you're pretty sure are from wagons in the past, but nothing truly unnatural. No hideous monsters or like.
Alright, I'm not going to start tracking it yet, but does it at least look like the tracks do go in a direction away from where we came in on?
From where you guys came in, it seems like there's tracks in each direction. You could follow them back to somewhere else, but they head into and out of this area from multiple ways.
Copy that. Okay. I shall return to the fire with Baldur.
Alrighty. The rest of your watch goes by pretty uneventfully. So, who's up next?
I think it's Athos for the rest of the night.
Athos all on his lonesome.
I mean, he's got Coronas.
Coronas also needs sleep.
He's got Coronas for a little bit.
Yeah, he's got him for a third of the time remaining. That's something. Alrighty.
That's 3 straight 30s on perception.
Yeah, it is. I was going to say, and those are both 17s as well. There you go. Alright. Athos, you're sitting around, keeping an eye out, while everyone else is taking their well-deserved rest. And you don't seem to be spotting anything for the next few hours. However, at the end of this watch section, it definitely does seem like it's getting a bit darker outside. The heat's slowly subsiding. Can I get the next set of perception checks?
And I think Cronus has to sleep, right?
Cronus does have to sleep, yes.
Lynn will wake up for the last watch too. Once we get there.
Alrighty. Come the end of this watch, it seems like the sun is beginning to set. No one seems to have been following you out here or tracked you to this location. Instead, it's just nice and peaceful. Alrighty. And then for the last watch, if Lynn is also waking up. Athos, the last one as well, please. Thank you. Alrighty. So, as night begins to fall and you all will be, and the watches will be coming to their end, you do see something off in the distance, Athos. You know that you're being watched from somewhere in the south. Lynn, you're unable to see as much yourself, but Athos can alert you if need be.
I kind of like whisper towards Lynn and say, I think we're being watched over there. Right, I'll have a look then.
Alrighty. If you're going to have a look, feel free to move yourself around on the map, or you can just generally move south or call out, whatever you like. Alright. as you walk below the tree, you can see just above you is a Felinid man, clad only in very light leathers and a bit of metal on his shoulder. He's watching you silently.
I'll wave at him.
He will call out to you as you're below him. What are you doing in this place?
Having a camp.
Just a simple camp out in the area.
What does it look like?
I hear this conversation.
Oh yeah, you can hear something going on over there.
Lynn will move forward slowly,
Alright.
not threateningly, and say, "We are here with a delivery for Wuxian."
He looks back over to Athos. That is more likely. He gestures over to the wagon. You don't look like the type to join a Mangjol. So, why have you come in place of the regular?
The regular group was attacked, and we didn't really find many survivors, but we did find back home to safety and said that we would deliver this for them because we were better armed.
Tragic. Well, I hope you don't mind, but please drop your weapons and I will go and inspect the cart as need be.
I hope you don't mind me holding onto my staff. It is an item of religious significance.
Can we at least drop our weapons a little closer to the camp so we don't lose them?
Fine. The point is being unarmed, not losing anything. If you're speaking the truth, well, let's just say I hope you are.
At camp, we do also have 2 more people, plus a tiger. Plus a bird, but I don't think he'll bother you too much.
Do you guys actually drop your weapons over by the camp?
I will
Does he accept my...
Oh, did you say the scythe or a staff? Because if you have a quarterstaff, that's
scythe.
fine. Okay. No. Improvised farming tool or religious significance matters not here. You will not be abandoning it.
Lynn will place hers down.
Alright.
I'll put mine down as well.
He nods and will descend from the tree. You guys with the... Neither of you have dark vision, so I just didn't bother with the reveal there. But he hops down from the tree and walks towards you. I am Tian, a friend of Wuxian's. And there you go. Oh shit, that's not the edited one. Ah, it doesn't matter. I went ahead and made that. God damn it. Hold on, I have to get the right one. Hold on. This is important, damn it. Where'd I put it? I apologize for the time being.
While you're searching for this image, Lynn is going to call out to Cattell and NVIDIA to wake them up.
Oh, what's going on?
We have a visitor. He said he's a friend of Wuxian's.
Oh.
Lay down your weapons.
Oh.
I know.
Okay.
Gotta love
I think
uploads.
Cattell's muted. Give us a second.
Yeah, you're all good. I'm still desperately trying to find this thing. Where on earth is it?
Sorry, technical difficulties on our end.
No, don't worry, technical difficulties on mine as well. I specifically did this. Like, it's even in the token. I hate it. I spent time and effort, and by time and effort I mean like 10 minutes, removing this man's goddamn tail for this image. And I don't know where the token's gone. Alright, maybe it's in recently done. Alright, there we go. I just had to redo the file, it's fine. It was in recently saved. There we go. And no one was the wiser. Oh, goodness. Don't you question me. It's a phantom one now. Don't worry about it. Alrighty. Anyway. I see that you're with the Blessed Abanhang. He indicates towards the holy symbol that you were given, Lynn.
Talking.
Oh.
Hearing.
Yep.
Check again.
Oh, you're pretty quiet, but...
Yeah, you're quiet. I heard a very quiet,
Yeah. Just in the distance. I'll let you guys take a minute to sort this all out.
I also have Cattell's volume maxed out, because she's usually pretty quiet for me, so even with that, I can't really hear anything.
Can people hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Still very quiet, though.
Ah, shit. What the heck?
I think it's okay for now. It might be your normal volume.
Okay. Well, just yell at me if it doesn't sound good.
Okay.
It sounds fine. It's just a bit quiet, that's all.
Just talk loud like me and be obnoxious.
Exactly. Easy.
Alright, did we miss anything though?
Not really. He indicated towards the holy symbol that of Banhung that Lin has been wearing for a while now.
He indicated towards it, and for what reason? Sorry.
Oh, he said that he sees that she is with the Blessed Banhung. Nvidia, you and Cattell can be awake at this point.
Okay.
I heard of them and heard that they were a way to get closer to Wuxian and find out more about her, so I joined them, and they told me about this cart that had gone missing, and so we all got together and looked for it and found it, and wanted to see what we can do to help Wuxian.
So, you're not all bounty hunters eager for the reward of gold, then?
Truthfully, we found out about her because people were trying to get us to be bounty hunters, but honestly, I've never been about that life. And I think that most of us here, if not all of us, are more sympathetic towards her than we are towards the mayor, or anyone else, really.
Well, why don't you tell me a bit about yourselves while I investigate the stock?
Did you get my vibe check?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Do you want it to be public or?
Oh, I don't mind answering.
Oh, okay.
I just was trying to do it privately and not
No, you're
outright
good.
say it while he was listening.
Oh, good. You go through the cycle of wonder, and you get a weak aura of chaos, but no other alignments.
That's fine.
So yes, he does start looking through some of the stock in the wagons, keeping his eyes half on that and half on you. So, you came after the little speech that was made?
Actually, yes. We heard the speech from the mayor several weeks ago and decided to investigate a little bit to see if what he said against her had any merit, which so far it really does not seem to. And then did everything that we could to find a way to find Wuxian and talk to her and get her side of the story.
Well, the mayor is a fool, like many of the leaders here in Envercelia.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that.
He needs to be brought down before he brings any more harm to the region. Wuxian is certain of that. Others have their doubts, but it's well accepted that the mayor needs to be gone.
I mean, it looks still pretty split in town. How do you plan on swaying the rest of the people over to your side?
We don't need them to come to our side. What we need is them to not be involved. The people of the town, they will have suffered, and they will likely have their issues with whatever is to come. But it is not their fault that the mayor has done the harm that he has. Even if they jump to his defense, I cannot blame them for that. They're misguided.
Misguided or not, you're looking at a potential rebellion. Like, should everything go exceedingly well and you're able to take out the mayor, what happens if the half the city rebels against your rule.
We have no intention of keeping rule. The city will find a new, better leader. Yandao is a perfect example of that. The people guide themselves. They don't need politicians in order to rule over them, or petty lords. What we will do is help the people. And I hope that, looking at your group here, you'd be willing to assist in the matter.
Nvidia's just gonna look at Lynn.
Lynn is gonna look a little put on the spot because she's not normally the one who does the talking. I think that we would definitely be open to speaking with Wuxian and finding out a little bit more about what's going on before we really commit to any decisions.
Understandable. I would prefer to stand by capable fighters than have the common folk needlessly throw their lives away at the swords of the militia. You lot. You seem well versed in combat, at least.
Some might say.
So, you've heard a bit about our plans. Why don't you tell me about yourselves a little?
Well, my name is Lynn, and I come from a very fractured city. And I came here when I heard of Wuxian to try to find a way that I can fix my city. So I am really hoping to learn from the best and see what I can do and how I can take that back home.
Fair enough. Though I doubt you heard of her from outside of Androselia. She's not well known enough for that kind of thing.
I didn't hear her name. I just heard that there was strife here and that there was some discrimination, which doesn't really seem to be the case with Wuxian, but discrimination is what I'm dealing with back home. So my journey's led here, and this is where I ended up.
Well, discrimination is not something we find too common throughout our country. Very few will be judged on the basis of something as simple as race, ideology perhaps, but so long as it's not being
Mother was
forced.
the misguided one then.
Perhaps. Anyway, who's next? How about you? He points over at Athos.
My name is Arias, and I am merely a humble cleric that has sought to assist this group in their endeavors.
A humble cleric who uses a scythe as his religious significance.
Yes.
Right. Moving along then. Anyone wants to go, Ken?
Nvidia will kind of step up beside Lynn. She's gonna give Lynn a side glance and look back at Pion and say, my name is Nvidia, and I came here on pilgrimage, but I'm also looking to free the people in the most clean of ways. Whatever gives people their most agency that spills the least amount of civilian blood.
That is a noble goal. Ideally, only a single person would need to be removed in order for the city to recover. But it is unlikely we will get such a luxury, such a clean conscience. I hope you understand and are ready for such a thing.
I mean, I understand that. That's why I am very keen to have a better and more full understanding of what the plan is. So if I might offer to shore up any weaknesses or anywhere there may be strife, I have some expertise in these things. I'd want to make sure that as little people are harmed as possible. And if my friends want to move forward with helping Wuxian, then I would want to make sure that we're doing so in a way that is sustainable to the city.
And what about you there? Points over at Cattell.
I am Lady Cattell. Honestly, I was here looking for coin, and this kind of just fell in my lap. I have no personal interest in any of this, so I'm along for the ride.
A woman of strong conviction, I see. I should warn you, if you are not ready to deal with what is to come, you are by no means obligated to do so. Have you ever dirtied your hands with another's life, by chance?
I don't think... Okay, so meta... Have I? I don't think I have. Like, in my head, I'm trying to think if I have straight murdered someone.
Meta? I don't...
Oh, sorry.
You killed Hootaziti, but Hootaziti wasn't, like, a living... Well, it was weird in that kind of circumstance.
So I'm like thinking I haven't straight up murdered anybody in my head, right? Like that sounds about right.
There might have been some bandits, but you didn't, like, overkill any of them to the point where they couldn't be saved. Technically, the bleeding out killed them. If you want to be real specific.
I didn't kill them. The bolt from my crossbow did.
Eventually. Because I didn't save them.
To answer your question, I'd say I might have accidentally, but I don't recall doing it with hatred or anything in my heart like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, in truth, I do not. I do not consider the lives of others so casually. But I suppose an indifference will serve you well in this situation regardless. Well, it seems like what you're interested in most is a meeting, and that I can provide. I will guide you over to our base of operations, and should you decide that you wish to attempt to reclaim the bounty, well, such a action will not go particularly well for you.
Since this meeting is done on a mutual basis, we will give our word that we are not looking to capture or in any other way incapacitate Wuxian, and should we feel that we can't agree with her practices or the way this thing's doing things, we will be upfront about it, and hopefully be able to leave unharmed, if that is such a thing that can be agreed upon.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have turned away others who have met and not kept their word. I hope that you are telling the truth, for your sake and ours. Well, I suppose we can move along. No one else has tried to ambush me from the wagon or one of your tents, so that's a good start.
Have we introduced him to the tiger yet?
You have not.
I mean, I assume he sees the tiger. I'm just making sure.
He has seen the tiger, yes.
I don't want him to turn around and Baldur's standing there and he's like, "Oh no, you tricked me."
Yeah, that's not the situation at hand, don't worry.
Never mind. Cancel.
All good. Very well. Organize for your beast of burden to bring this along.
Okay.
I will guide you.
Let's hop in the cart and follow our boy Pion. Pion.
Alrighty. It is just about hitting nightfall now. Oh, 1 second. Oh, sorry, it was already the beginning of nightfall. He begins to lead you off in a direction not too far from where you were. And eventually you find a very defined trail. And we will be down over here. As you guys basically get onto the map as is, he will...
I think you actually put us on the map level.
Oh, I did. No wonder it didn't pop up. I was like, where's everyone's stats? Did I grab the wrong one? Hold on.
I can slide ourselves over there.
Alright. He asks that you remain here for the time being. He will be back shortly. He heads off, and ahead of you, you can see what looks to be the remnants of an old fort, restored in one part and rebuilt in another. The front is wooden palisade gates that stand tall, with several watchtowers keeping an eye on the surrounding area. The stonework of the south looks to be recent enough. You can tell this place is very old, but it has been restored in some manner, being turned into a base of operations once again. Anyone who wants to can give me a knowledge history check.
There's my nat 20 for the night.
There it is, boys.
All downhill. We know how this goes.
Exactly. Alright, who actually is trained in knowledge history?
I'm actually not, so I don't even know if I'm allowed to do that.
It's a 10.
Okay, that's fair.
It's a powerful 10, though.
It's a real strong 10.
Cronus is trained in knowledge history, very nice. And I assume Cattell is, because I think she has keen recollection anyway.
Yeah. So really D6 if you want.
Yeah.
It's free.
It's free. It's free real estate. Alrighty. So Coronis looks over this old fort and recalls something vaguely about wars and Anverselio times long since past. This likely one of them. But I can tell you're able to recall that indeed there was wars in Anverselio well over 1,000 years ago now. Independents of the south and the north fighting against one another. Anverselio, following the Gods' War, looked to potentially be becoming a very significant military power in the world. However, the people of Anverselio rejected such an idea and effectively turned to civil war against one another. The country was divided, and many bases of operation were established. This looks to have been one of them. There's no real proper fortifications throughout the country these days, only these old remnants.
Interesting.
But with what you also remember from the bandits that you encountered off on the west-hand side of Anafarist, you also know these places often have some kind of underground tunnel system. Alrighty. So, as everyone's just kind of waiting around, eventually you will see that Payan returns. He stands atop one of the gates and looks down. She will be with you.
Which gate is he standing on?
Sorry?
Which gate is he standing on?
I'll just get the reveal tool on that. Just over here.
Okay.
Also, I forgot to do that. Alright. You may come closer if you'd like. There's no need to stand so far away. Alright. He looks over to his side and then nods and just kind of takes a step off. And you see another Feelid walk up on one side, and that familiar fox face from earlier appear. Greetings. I am Wuxian Shihan. Why have you come here?
Everybody looks at Len.
We have come here to learn more about you and your cause and why you want to get rid of the mayor and how you plan on doing it and potentially how we can help.
Right. Well, I don't see any lies in your voice. But I must ask, you seem familiar somehow. Were you in Anapharius only a day or so ago? Or 2 days?
Yeah, I may have been standing on a roof when a certain fireball appeared.
Right. Were you the one that conjured that by chance?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your concern. A few rocks will do me no real harm, but thank you for what you did. It made things significantly easier when it came to escaping the city. You should be a bit careful conjuring fire. I know we were surrounded by stone, but you wouldn't want to spontaneously burn anybody. People panic quite easily, you see.
Yeah, that's very true. It was heat of the moment.
Well,
Nvidia's gonna turn to Catal and be like, heat of the moment.
well, nonetheless. All of you are here for the same purpose, then? Each of you truly wishes to join on?
We wish to get information and to see if this is the side worth joining morally, ethically, spiritually.
Well, I suppose that is up for you to decide. Many have come from my head so far. Many more than I believe people are willing to admit. Most have simply been turned away. A few have been brought into the fold, and some of them have obviously betrayed. I hope you don't mind a bit of caution on my part.
I hope you don't mind a bit of caution on our part.
No, of course not. But there are many people here. If I wanted you dead, then it could have been done already. I hope that says something.
Maybe.
Well, why would you consider joining my cause?
Honestly, because it reminds me of what's going on back home, and I feel like my family is kind of in a similar situation to where you are, and so I want, I mean, like I said to Pion, I want to learn from you, and I want to maybe take this back home so I can fix things home. But in the meantime, I want to stay here and help you.
Are you sure that you wish to learn from me? I have caused a great deal of harm where I have been. A great deal of good as well, but my actions are not so absolute that neither the Blessed Abanhang support me, nor does everyone hail me as a hero. It is right to come of suspicion.
But there's nothing wrong with learning from you, because it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to do the same things. It just means that I see something and I pick up what I think would and wouldn't work. I see what does and doesn't work for you, and I learn from it. Because what happens here isn't necessarily going to fix things back home, but it'll maybe give me an idea of how I can start that process.
Very fair. Very pragmatic. And that is for you, though. What of the others?
This country has seen a great deal of death and lack of stability. I need to know that whatever your plan is, whatever you plan on leaving behind, can leave the people behind with some stability to continue living their lives to the best of their abilities, while also giving them the most amount of agency. At the moment, I don't believe that the mayor can necessarily offer that, but I also need to see that you can offer that as well.
In truth, I can't offer stability. I can only offer agency. The people will have to decide what to do with themselves and how they wish to provide stable lives for each other. I don't want to kill everyone who stands against such a thing, only the ones who cannot be removed. The mayor is a more dangerous man than people think.
It keeps on getting hinted at, but nobody outright explains why the mayor is so evil and so bad. Why is that?
People think he may just be incompetent or foolish in his actions, but I do not believe that is the case. I believe that he has been attempting to manipulate things into his own favor for a great deal of time. And if his plans are to come to fruition, then it will mean damage to all of the Heliolo province and possibly beyond. The mayor isn't playing the fool exactly, but I do believe there is more going on than what he lets on.
Noted.
There's a woman who works with him, Suresha. Do you know anything of her?
Not particularly. I don't believe I've heard that name before. Can you tell me anything about her?
Everyone looks at Athos.
That was her name, right?
Suresha, yes.
I think so.
Okay. I can't read my notes as I type. And everything at the same time.
Sorry, who?
God damn.
Lynn is the only one who knows, isn't she?
I don't think he told us.
Yeah,
No.
Liz is the other one who knows.
Lynn is just gonna kind of give him a dirty look and then say, she just seems to be a woman of power. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, she maybe owns one of the inns. And she's just been spending a lot of time with him lately. And I don't know. I don't trust her. She seems manipulative, but that's just me.
I do think she had stated that she was was hired by her mercenary company was hired by the mayor.
Oh, sorry. Just trying to get the bot to work. It doesn't seem like it's speaking anything. Oh, it doesn't matter. An organization, you say? What, do you know what its name is at the least?
What's name was? I'm sorry.
Oh, you guys mentioned that she was either working for or had some kind of organization.
But I think she has an inn.
She has a mercenary company. I know the name of it, but I don't think Nvidia does.
Oh, that is a good question. I don't remember what was in character knowledge enough for that.
Yeah, she admitted to the group that she was hired by the mayor, but I don't think she stated her company's name or anything like that. I think she implied that she ran the company and that she was working with the mayor, but she didn't say that outright. And I think she only mentioned the name of the company to Athos.
Alrighty. So then it is down to Athos if he wants to share.
Nope.
Alrighty. All good. Just checking. I'm afraid I cannot help you. I'm knowledgeable of the people of this area, but Suresha isn't someone that I know of. Though, it is interesting to hear. Well, what of you, man that was the cleric of simple origin that does not know anything? Why would you join us and enter these walls?
To be perfectly honest, I don't particularly agree with either you or the mayor. Because the fact of the matter is that eventually everyone will die eventually. It matters little if they are chickens in a coop or if they are chickens set free.
Well, a rather morose way to look at life. Should we not be able to enjoy freedom? Yeah, that's exactly, yeah. Should we not be able to enjoy the lives that we have, the freedom that we could have while we possess them?
Perhaps. However, that all depends upon one's capability to do so. If someone were to, say, kill you and eat you, devour you, would you say that is not their right as well?
I would say
well,
that
it isn't so much a right, but it is something that happens regardless.
It is
in the same manner.
Fate, in a sense.
Indeed. And in the same matter, there are those who will oppress and exploit their lesser beings as well.
But is it not the duty of the strong to stand up for the weak? Just because some use their power to oppress does not mean we all need to do so. We cannot look at things so black and white as simple life and death. There is far too much grey in between for us to work through.
Unfortunately, that falls under the realm of philosophy.
Tragically, philosophy is very important.
It can certainly be. But I prefer to leave that to...
Oh.
Did we lose Nick?
Alright, George, you prefer to leave that to be left to...
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you again.
We can hear you.
I prefer that to be left to each individual. My only deals with the particulars of life and death, and the inevitability of death. And the nature of life is that quite simply, life is sustained only through, well, frankly, the lives of others.
Well, I can see why you wouldn't pick a side then.
To be perfectly honest, I came here with an decided interest in the mayor's bounty upon your head.
Well, I hope at least your companions can persuade you otherwise. Because I can assure you, I will not let my head be taken so freely.
Indeed. I only ask that. What do you offer as well? For, say, the mayor's head.
I do not wish for his death, in truth. I have a little philosophy of mine that some of my people do not agree with, though it has yet to fail in a sense. You speak of creatures devouring one another. I will cast the mayor out and exile him from his own city. He will then get the opportunity to live in the wilderness he claims to rule over. If he can survive, then I will not stop him. But if he perishes due to his own inability, then that is his own fault, and he deserves such a fate. The country of Anvasilia will decide what happens to him, not myself or any of my followers.
Well, I am heartened that you're not a hypocrite.
Right.
But as you say, it is probably not within my power to attempt to kill you, even if I wanted to.
Not here, at the least. Though, I would prefer that you would stand with us than against us, so I can offer some kind of compensation once this is all over. At the very minimum. Many people will require soft words and healing services come the end of the battle, and I'm sure they will gladly pay for such an endeavor.
That is more than acceptable. I merely wish to be truthful before you.
And I am thankful for that, at the very least.
Lynn is going to look over at him and be like, "Are you being truthful, Arias?"
Am I?
Alrighty. And then she will turn to Cattell. Also, for speaking cats, I can't hear you. Oh, you're incredibly quiet.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk really loud then.
Yes.
Just steal Mike's headsets.
If you want, you could use my microphone.
Okay, so you can hear me and I'm not echoing, right?
You're fine, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I must confess, I originally came on this endeavor to collect on the bounty. But as I mentioned to your associate, I have no personal interest in the power struggle. So my main motivator is coin. As materialistic as that may sound, it's for my own personal future welfare. So if I could employ my skills for your benefit and gain financially in the process without killing anyone, preferably, I would be okay with that.
Might I ask why you seek the coin?
I'm trying to travel to another country and start a new life. So that costs a lot of money, which I don't really have. So
I think that's news for everybody here.
Well, I do know some people who might be able to arrange transport, if that's part of what you desire.
It is, indeed.
Well, I can provide in some sense then.
Then I hope this could be a mutually beneficial relationship.
There is something, I suppose, that I do have that is quite valuable. But we can discuss that in a moment. So I have 1 to join, 1 to question my philosophy, and 2 more who seek money.
That seems a pretty accurate summary.
Well, I suppose I've trusted worse in the past.
What could go wrong is the entire philosophy.
It would be nice to have someone who doesn't wish to blindly follow. So, if you'll keep me in check, I'll make sure to do the same for each of you. Come. We have much to discuss. Alrighty. The gates below begin to open up, and we'll just go ahead and get a nice big brush over all of this. And hopefully my computer doesn't die from hitting the reveal tool too hard. There we go.
Oh, hey, it's a tiger.
It's a tiger.
Also, we can see some of the stats for that filling it in the direct north.
What? Very north?
Up here.
Oh, yep. No one sees
right here,
anything.
Too.
I'm too zoomed out to see what they are, so.
Good.
Do you have the...
No, I have it on automatic.
Okay.
You want me to mute?
No,
Okay, because I can still press the button.
it's fine. Just leave it.
Just in case you need to touch and grab it.
Yeah.
As we're walking in, NVIDIA is going to pull Lynn to the side. And,
Oh boy.
Lynn, I just want to ask, how sure are you that you want to follow Wuxian in this?
I'm just gonna kind of look between NVIDIA and Wuxian if she can see her at that angle. I don't know if we can see her through the gate, but...
Oh,
I'll
she's
look back
hopped
and
down
forth.
from the gate.
Okay.
It's begun to open up.
Just kind of look back and forth between them and just say, I'm not sure of anything anymore. And then walk forward.
Answer enough for me? Okay.
Oh god, let it get bright. Oh, and then it's dark again. What?
Thank you for giving me the correct spelling. Sorry, Athos.
Oh. You're welcome.
I assume you sent that to me because I sent Athos the incorrect spelling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who that was sent to. I just see all of the DMs.
Yeah, no, I was sending it to Athos just in case if you wanted to, in case you forgot.
Alrighty.
I thought it was the Crimson Possum, to be honest.
The Crimson Possum. You remember that mercenary group, the Crimson Possums? Yeah.
A little less threatening. Just...
I don't know what that means.
That's fair. So, you guys enter
It's a
into...
Hungarian word.
Sorry?
It's a Hungarian word according to... Am I spelling it right? Oh, Tessin. My bad. Did it wrong again.
It's all good.
Oh, it's a war fan. Oh, because she has a fan. Oh, I get it. Okay.
We got there.
I got there.
I mean, I don't expect anyone to actually go ahead and just like Google Translate it, but that also works, I guess.
Hers isn't crimson though; it's white.
You are correct. She just wears red.
That's true. And her name is Cardinal. I mean, come on, how red can you get?
Exactly.
She has a thing.
She has a thing. She's
that thing
sticking
is
with
red.
it. Yeah. Alrighty. So as you guys enter, you see the various field nets up here, all keeping a close eye on you.
That's fair.
Inside this old fort looks to be a bit of a ramshackle kind of event. A few large tents have been set up with what you consume as living quarters. There's a few buildings of some variety that have been constructed for storage and the like. But Wuxian and Payon continue onwards and eventually head towards just beneath where this building is. Or, the buildings here are on stilts, effectively. Raised up high. She moves aside a large mat, and beneath you see a trapdoor. And she invites you to come down. I will just move over to here. Eventually
into a dungeon. Should we be worried?
I mean, you guys are welcome to not go in there if you don't want to.
Your neighbor's falling down.
Oh god, it looks so blurry over there. Alrighty. The two of them
Sure.
enter down, and she turns to say, "This is our area of operations." Sorry, just 1 second.
No worries.
This old fort had to get remodeled and whatnot. Been working on it for some time. It was a smart move to take it over, just to protect the people within in case they may have found out where we were. And I hope you don't mind, but after coming here, we won't exactly be able to. Well, you'll be able to leave with knowledge of it, but you cannot speak of this place to anybody.
Can I roll sense motive to make sure that we didn't just walk into a dungeon?
Alright, I mean, you can. You're pretty sure this is a dungeon?
What I mean to say is, she's saying that this is the base of operations. I just want to try to get a check over whether or not she's preparing, like, this as a trap, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
If that's okay.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay. That should be good enough. I could roll again, but I'm not going to.
Fair. You look around and everything's like... I mean, if this doesn't feel like this is a trap, because you're pretty sure she could have just, like, ambushed you for all the people upstairs in the first place. But, if it's a trap, you're kind of fucked.
Mm-hmm. We could fight our way out.
The pair open up the doors, and she continues, "If you wish to speak to anyone here, feel free. Hearing words from my own mouth will mean less than the voices of others." Oh. Why isn't it letting me... There we go. So strange. We have storage, food, and a smith to keep things in good repair. Though what you've brought will certainly be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you're welcome to introduce yourselves to others, but for the time being...
We don't see anybody.
Oh, they're around.
Okay. Is she talking about ghosts?
No.
Okay, just figured I'd ask.
I assumed that was a player, like, we don't see any tokens statement.
Oh, okay. There's some people in here.
Oh no, there is actual people around. The concerned halfling nod to Wuxian and Pion as they walk past. If you need any medical assistance, I'm sure Rome will be able to help you out. She's the Drakon that was with me in the city.
Was she up here?
Sorry?
Is she up here? Sorry, my computer's lagging quite a bit with everything.
Oh no, you didn't see her. She just mentioned that she is here. Now, I hope that a little bit away from everybody else, you'll be more comfortable to speak your minds. So, what do you wish to ask me in earnest?
What is the plan? You're gonna be taking. You have you're a week out from attacking the city of Anatharius. What is the plan?
The plan is to move into the city by cover of night, infiltrate where we know the mayor will be, and remove him as quietly as possible. On the next day, we will go ahead and we will prepare a speech in order to inform the people of what has happened. Ideally, we can do this all as quickly as possible without the man knowing. If he catches wind, there will be significant force of militia being there to protect him. And if any troops are diverted from elsewhere, bandits will likely go ahead and raid the farms.
Well, we actually may have a plan for that. Bandits have been taken care of, and we also may have a plan for the militia already in the works. Do you have a chalkboard or something we can write on?
Yes. Wuxian will go over and collect some of the maps on the desk just in the corner, bring it over and flip them the other way.
Okay. So, first important question is, where are you getting your information from?
Which part?
Information on the whereabouts and the location, and the movements of the mayor, because we're going to need to know whether or not that information can be verified. If it's something like a spy sort of situation, because it could be someone double crossing you, saying one thing but then telling the mayor where you're going to be, that sort of situation.
Well, I have done plenty of digging myself. I hope you don't mind, but obviously this is not my real face. I change it as we go from place to place and liberate city to city. I have been investigating on my own for the most part, impersonating various guards. Some of them come down with a bit of an illness temporarily, but they're fine.
So you've gotten this information yourself from other guards, from reports, so on and so forth, correct?
Exactly. I have not been idle in my time.
Oh, I'm not saying you've been idle. I just want to make sure the information's verifiable, if you understand.
It comes from a reliable source, yes.
Okay. All right. What do you plan on doing about the captain of the militia? What was his name? Pike?
Pike.
And the mercenaries that are covering the mayor.
This Suresha individual does raise some concern. I don't know anything about her or her fighting capabilities. But
let's assume powerful, because we would be foolish not to.
Well,
at this point, NVIDIA has written like Suresha and then like Pike on the board with a question marks next to them.
Pike... Well, I have heard word that he may be a bit busy for the time being. There has been an unfortunate event in his hometown. An ice troll has made its way and started lording its presence over the people there, demanding tributes. It is unfortunate what is occurring, but it is very convenient for myself.
Where is that again? Is Pike's hometown near here?
Oh, yes. She'll go ahead and she'll point out the small village off in the west called Taimen. Ro and he are both from the same area.
Okay. Would it be possible to get him on our side if we were to go and help him deal with this?
The most you'd be able to get is for him to stand aside, which is the same situation as before.
Right, but that means potentially a more stable area once we're done, because there's no ice troll controlling things.
True.
Okay. So I'm going to write ice troll with a little bracket underneath Pike's name.
Yes, the mayor isn't going to send anyone to deal with that in order to protect himself. But Pike will not take such a situation standing still, standing on his own. He has more dedication to his hometown than he does the mayor. But he and Ro have had conversations in the past, and he has no intention of joining me or helping us.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. So next is whatever is going to be guarding the mayor.
Well, we will have some level of distraction set up by the militia members for the militia members by some of our own. We're going to keep a small force so that way we can be swift and silent. I'm not planning on marching an army against them.
Well, about the militia themselves, we have already started that process, and I'll point to the map where we told that one guard that we were going to go to capture Wuxian. We've already alerted the mayor that you are over in this other area, and we invited him to send out the militia and that we would meet the militia there in order to take you captive, with the idea that we would be able to get most of the militia out of the city since he is so concerned with finding you, or I guess capturing you. So if we were able to keep the militia distracted out here for any period of time, well, we'd be able to move in with very little resistance.
I doubt he will send his entire force to one location. But any number of militia not in the city at the time is greatly appreciated. Any other matters?
Is there anybody else you're taking out, or is it just the mayor? Because what happens? You take out the mayor and then you leave. That's it?
That is the idea. The mayor, he has been causing significant problems for some time. Well, they will become significant problems at the least.
Such as?
Well, we do believe that he was poisoning the water.
That was a blob, an ooze that got stuck in the river.
How to get stuck exactly?
It looks like I kind of forget.
You guys remember
Well,
it was... Go ahead.
Yeah, it was trapped in a cart, and the vibe that I got from that is that it was almost hired to be there, not specifically in the water, but there was a lot of, like, not poisonous stuff, but definitely stuff that's detrimental to the environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was deliberately attacked at a certain point and then tossed in the river.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also just a question of, you know, who would be purchasing all of those things and having them delivered, including a live slime, but... So, I mean, there could have been bad intent behind that.
Well, unless it was a private purchaser, then it would be strange for anyone to have the coin in order to purchase such a creature. So it is entirely possible that he was purchasing it for whatever purpose and then disposing of it there. The illness that would be caused is very minor, but it would weaken the people. The matter of the farms is more one of his own self-protection than anything else. He would gladly sacrifice the livelihoods of others in order to ensure his own safety. What else is there? There is unknown dealings with those bandits.
There was a feloned with white fur that we saw leaving the house of the mayor that may have had connection to one of the bandit groups. Does that ring a bell for you?
I believe I have heard word of such an individual. He is the one with the horse, yes. He rides a white stallion in the area. I'm unsure why he would pick something so distinct, but... beyond the potential threat of bandit collusion, I do also believe that he has been excessively mining some of the nearby Hallett mine for his own personal stock. If he keeps that for himself, he can hold out in any kind of siege, or simply sell it off to provide some more profits for his own self. He has long since complained about the lack of taxation that he can put upon the people of Anafarius.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then, he hasn't done very much to prevent the attacks by the bandits or the ogres in the area. There's been raids upon small villages, hamlets along the paths. They cannot defend themselves from such creatures, so it falls upon the militia to protect them. And in that, he has consistently failed in order to achieve whatever goal he is seeking out. Perhaps he doesn't want to risk the life of the militia members, but I fear he's simply letting some fall to ruin without any purpose.
Mm-hmm. Copy that.
Now, is there anything that you can speak of in his favour?
I'm not trying to speak in his favor. I already did. We figured he was not great.
Well,
Yeah, when I first came into the city, my first impression of him was, I don't trust that man.
well, at least you have a good head on your shoulders.
Believe so. Ooh.
Now, for you two, she looks over at Athos and Cattell. I could arrange for the ship to take you away, if you will aid me, but in the matter of finance, I do have something that is quite valuable. A gift of sorts from the old Lord Hedestedt, and modified by one of the people who works here for me. Wuxian pulls out a gun.
Like a 9mm or like?
She pulls out a revolver.
A revolver?
Not even early fire. Actually, straight up revolver.
Oh, I thought there were no revolvers. Okay.
This took some significant time to develop. Made from Helveski. The lord who previously owned it proved its effectiveness when he shot me in the past. And
sorry, that's not funny.
while I wasn't particularly skilled with whatever it really is, one of my companions managed to work it so I was able to utilize it. Anyone can fire this without significant training. It is certainly worth quite a fair amount of coin, especially in this country.
He is gonna look at the gun and look at Tell and look at the gun and look at the Tell.
Can I look at the device closer?
Go ahead. I don't keep it loaded.
What would I roll?
Knowledge engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, not too bad. So, what you know about most firearms is that they aren't exactly widely accessible in other countries. In Helveski, early firearms are actually relatively common. Advanced firearms like this, though, are hard to find. They are employed in they're only used by high-ranking officials and those with enough money to purchase them. They're not a miracle of technology by any means, but they are very expensive and much more effective than any of the typical firearms provided.
This looks very fine indeed.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a powerful weapon, though. You'd be okay with parting with it?
I can always find a replacement.
Can you?
Well, not for this particular piece, but I can stick to any weapon as needed. But if it can secure me more aid in this endeavor and prevent more loss of life, then I will be glad to sacrifice it. Though obviously not until all this is said and done. I can't simply be giving away deadly weapons.
Understandable.
If you wish to know more, my colleague Vincent is the one who helped develop it. He's probably over in the smithy now.
So, as and if we agree to help you, what is our role to play in this? Are we going to be part of the strike team that takes out the mayor?
Well, that does depend. If you can prove yourself capable enough in combat, then certainly.
Oh, and how would we do that?
Pian speaks up from behind you. I will test you. We have a small grounds for it up towards the north. And should you prove effective enough, I'll allow you to go. If you prove too effective, well, that's a separate matter.
If we prove too effective?
I can't simply have you following along Wuxian, knowing that you're significant threats to her life.
So, if we're effective, great. If we're too effective, you may consider killing us.
Well, removing you, more than likely.
Okay.
Anyhow, yes, ideally you would be assisting me directly. However, if not, then you can always support and the rest of the people as they create distraction and ensure that none will be interfering with my confrontation with the mayor. I will be deposing him directly. She just only looks down and a bit solemn at stating all of that.
Wait, Wuxian is going to be fighting him directly, or Pian is?
Wuxian will be.
Okay. Pian, if you don't mind me asking, what's going to be your job in all of this?
I shall be assisting the rest of the men and coordinate their efforts. Ideally, I will simply be able to move ahead and prevent anyone else from entering into the mayor's residence.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, how much prep time would you be willing to give us to rest before proving ourselves?
Take all the time that you need. We do not plan on moving out for some time yet.
Okay. Do you mind if we have some time to talk amongst each other?
Please, go ahead. The room just to the just outside and to the right should be free for you to use.
Knock knock.
It's empty.
I can't see.
Oh, is there no light in that room?
There's no. I don't think there's any light because I have dark vision and I can see.
Oh, okay. Someone lights a torch. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anybody else find find the fact that Wuxian's peon is named Peon?
That was completely unintentional.
I'm just saying. Do you think she named him, and like he doesn't get it, or is it just coincidental?
I have a question, and I don't know if it's a player question or a character question, because I don't know if it was just something dumb, but assuming that, like, the mayor is removed from the city and just tossed in the woods somewhere, wouldn't he be able to find his way back?
I mean,
Like, potentially, like, take over the city again?
yes. She said that he would be exiled,
Okay.
which,
So it's more
is a bit awkward under the whose authority, but
Eh.
I do agree with you in that the end game is not fully figured out. And I think that this is why we see inconsistent endings to her conquests, if that makes any sense. Conquest may not be the right word, but since she doesn't put in any plan into motion after she, wins power away from whoever's in charge, the resulting chaos doesn't necessarily always lead to good things.
Yeah, so we did see, Yondao, I think was the name of it. We went
Which
there
is
and we
fine.
saw, yeah, it was fine. What about the other city whose name Lynn would remember, but I don't remember? What about the other one? I mean, maybe we should go there before we really commit to making any decisions and see what happened there.
yeah, Tangjung was the name of that one.
And then let's not forget that there is a mysterious city called Jekko that's been taken off the maps.
Yeah, we could always ask her about that.
I really want to ask her about that. I keep on forgetting. I think we prove our point with Peon. And then maybe we do some more intelligence gathering before leading to... Or they say that they're not ready to move out yet. Maybe we prove our point, at least make it so that we can return here by, agreeing to go along with everything, but then ask to do some more reconnaissance and then go check out some of the other cities. Does that sound like a plan?
That works for me.
Cattell?
Yeah.
Okay. Athos?
Is Athos actually just still in that other room, or?
Did we lose you, Nick? We may have lost Nick.
I think we did, yeah.
We'll keep on calling out to him just in case. All right. Well. Okay, yeah. Is there any way I could have sensed motive to see how strong Peon was?
Sure. What was that one? That was... Yes. Yeah, go ahead and do sense mode. I'm just trying to remember my own DCs.
No worries. I rolled a 19.
Alrighty. You're fairly certain he's a skilled sword fighter. Maybe not that much better than any of you, but individually, you think it would be a pretty close fight between the two of you.
Okay. Are we going to fight individually, or were we going to fight him as a group? What was his...
Oh, it seemed like they were intending you to fight individually. Oh.
I mean, Pion is quite skilled from the sound of it, or from the look of it, so I'm not even sure if we can beat him. One-on-one. All of us together, sure, but...
It doesn't seem like the point is for you to win so much as it is for you to prove how well you can fight.
Yeah, I don't feel like he would want us to beat him, because if we can beat him, then maybe we're too strong, because then he knows he might
That's a
not
very...
be the protector.
That is a very good, but also weird point.
Throw the fight! Throw the fight!
Okay.
He wants us to lose, but he doesn't want us to lose easily.
He wants us to only lose by a little bit. Just enough to know that he can take us. But not any more than that.
Alright. I know what's going on with Nick.
Okay. Well, are we feeling up for a fight?
Sure.
I mean, first off, no one is injured right now.
And we all did just rest.
I was gonna say, as long as we're not fatigued, right?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't that long of a trip from where you were to where you got to.
Okay.
Nope. Nick's having a hard time. Oh, maybe this time?
Can you hear us, Nick?
Oh, hello.
Ah, we can hear you. There we
Oh,
go.
there we are. Now I can finally hear you guys.
Okay.
All
I can
good.
hear you guys at all for the past few minutes. I was looking by.
Oh, okay. Just been sitting here in silence.
Yeah, we've just been talking about what to do. We do want to go check out the last city that where we checked out Yondao that turned out real well after Wuxian did everything. We kind of want to check out the city that didn't do great and see what happens, because it kind of seems like she just leaves places in chaos. But we did want to fight Pion though before we left, so that we at least got an in back with Wuxian, assuming we don't die against him.
Okay.
The only thing though is that we have to fight him one-on-one. So for you
So
and
it's
me,
a lucky
that's
guy.
fine. Yeah, for you and me that's fine, but for everybody and Balder, I suppose, but for Gatel and Lynn, that may be a little bit more of a difficult charge.
He will not be testing the fighting capabilities of a tiger, because it's a tiger.
I thought he'd be fighting me and the tiger. I'm gonna be so screwed.
It's true. Lynn and Balder are a tag team. That just goes without saying.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Given my 27 HP, yes.
Yeah, it is needed. Okay. Alright, well. Let's go find Wuxian and Pion. I'm calling him Pion. Oh, there's Lynn.
Hello.
Alright, Pion, Wuxian, thank you for your time. We, in the end, believe more in you than we do the mayor. And we do want this area to have the sense of security and safety that it needs. And if that means taking out the mayor so that somebody with a stronger sense of, I don't know, democracy gets in power, then that will be for the best. But if we do so, we obviously do want to be part of the strike force. So, Pion, if you needed to test us, we'd be willing to, well, I assume, fight you one-on-one.
That would be the case, yes.
The only thing is that, if you don't mind, these two, and I point to Lynn and Balder behind me, are a tag team. That is just a fact of life. That you have to deal with that.
Hmm. Well, actually, if that's the case, might I ask, are you a druid or something similar?
I'm just an archer, sir.
That one was from Wuxian, by the way. She interrupted him.
Oh.
Yeah.
In that case,
Oh!
I wasn't expecting that either. I'm a hunter. That's what I am.
Mhm.
I'm a hunter, Wuxian. He is my companion.
So you have some semblance of magic in you, then?
Some.
Well, I will not ask that you face Pian with blades. Show me some kind of magic that you are capable of. That isn't a fire that will, well, smoke us all out. I prefer to avoid burning all the buildings in the city down.
Oh, is she asking us to not use magic?
No, she's asking Lynn to show her some type of magic that she can do that isn't flaming sphere.
Oh, okay.
Because she doesn't want to smoke out the underground section.
I was confused.
I tend to focus on magic that will support my allies. So, the things that I can do, the things that I'm most capable of, strengthen my tiger here. So one thing that we have, and she'll point to her ring and then the necklace that's kind of embedded in his fur at this point.
Mhm.
This is a focus, so if he gets hurt, I can help take that damage, and vice versa. Another one that is a bit more visible, and let me pull up the list because something a bit more visible is my ability to temporarily summon animals. And so with that, she'll summon a wolf to stand next to her for the whole 20 seconds that she gets.
Yep.
And these are great distractions. I can summon flying creatures that can swim, different things like that. But most of my spells are to help take care of people and make them stronger.
That should suffice, then. Worry not about the combat itself. I understand there's a diversity in skill sets. It's best to not walk into something with people only skilled at the blade.
I do have one other thing that you should probably know about.
Go ahead. Oh! Right. Yes, Druidic magics and the like.
That thing. Yeah.
Well, I suppose not all too shocking. People of this country can do, well, similar feats. Though, most kitsune can turn to foxes and not tigers. Or other kinds of creatures capable of such harm. I suppose my species prefers to be inconspicuous.
Yeah, mine tends to be a little loud and proud.
Well, I'm sure that will find some use for that skill set?
Maybe. Got me off the roof a few days ago.
Fair enough. Alrighty. And the rest of you are fine for a battle?
One of our members isn't necessarily, how would I say,
Cattell will step in. Yeah, I'm not very combat oriented. If you haven't gathered that, I'm a little bit more academically inclined. So a lot of my knowledge and skills are employed assisting the party. I don't know if I'll prove as useful in a direct fight. She'll like gesture to her crossbow. Like, this was more of like a passing hobby for me, so I'm not particularly skilled in it. Is that okay?
I suppose that depends on what the rest of your skill set is like.
I mean, I can brew all kinds of potions and extracts, and I can heal quite a bit.
Those are much more helpful then.
you're also really smart too.
Oh yes, but it's not very becoming to boast about that.
Fine, I'll boast for you. She's also very smart.
Right. Oh, 1 second, sorry. Distant phone call.
Sorry.
No, it's a beautiful ringtone. I don't know what you're on about. Anyway. Well, if you can provide such assistance, then I'm sure we'll find some use for you. At the very minimum, you'll be able to help make an effective distraction. You can create some kind of alchemical that will, at the very least, create a loud bang, correct?
Yes, I can do that.
Well, if possible, we could set up some charges around the city and detonate those to distract the guard and have them scatter to those various locations. Right. And then you two are fine for the battle?
I have uses beyond straight combat, but I don't mind being tested out from a combat standpoint as well. And I will do my best to show off some of my other uses.
Thank you. It would be best that I do have someone by my side who can provide that kind of assistance. Aurora will be joining us as well as another companion, but the more combat-capable individuals I have by my side, the better. Right, well, I'm not particularly interested in the bloodshed side of it. I trust Pian's opinion on the matter. When you're ready, speak to him and you can go ahead and do the battle as you see fit.
Athos, how do you want to do this? Do you want to go first?
Either or.
I don't mind ceding the floor to you.
Very well. I am but a humble priest, so my combat prowess isn't particularly impressive.
I don't think you need to beat him, simply impress him, if that makes sense.
Very well. I think I'm good enough at self-defense, at least.
Wuxian just looks over at you as you say you're a humble priest again. Just shakes her head, half laughing. Wuxian.
Oh.
Anyway. I have other matters to tend to for the moment, so if you'll excuse me. Pian looks at the two of you and says for you to follow him. Heads up, off towards the north. He looks over at the two of the people in here and asks for them to cede the floor. They can stand to the side and watch.
Okay.
They follow his orders.
We can see the stats for the kids in the archer.
Oh. There's so many people.
I figure I'll tell you every time I see green.
Thank you. I haven't gone through and specifically checked every single thing in this place. Just the majority.
No worries. Hey, no problem.
Alright. He calls out, someone may wish to go get Row in advance. Alrighty. Well then. Whichever one of you is to be first, come at me when you are ready.
Let's go, Athos, let's go.
Would you let me cast spells?
You did offer us a lot of prep time.
You can cast spells if you would like.
Of course. I shall cast full strength on myself.
Alrighty. I'm ready for you to just crit and kill him. Just let it happen. The times 4 crit weapons just kind of do terrible things.
You know, that has actually happened in another game I played.
Oh boy. Only good things will happen if you do this, trust me.
We have to prove a point. And that point is Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
Alrighty. Are you going to cast anything else?
Does he react to anything at all when I cast full strength?
He doesn't react, but he clearly understands you're casting spells and what's going on.
In that case, might as well go all out. I will also cast a Shield of Faith and Channel Fight.
Oh,
For
boy.
haste. Then should I roll initiative?
Yep, if that's what you're gonna go for, then definitely.
Not bad, not bad.
Alrighty. Oh, we'll get, clear that out. Alrighty. That's that.
My apologies. Here, I'm gonna stand out of the way so the joke can get in.
She nods and thanks you. Oh dear. Alright, Pion is up first, and he will see that you've been casting a bunch of random stuff, and he'll go ahead and remain still for the moment, drawing out a pair of machetes, and holding his position. It is your turn.
Guess I'll run at him.
Alrighty. You charge him.
Yep.
Go ahead. Alrighty. You run at Pion, and he manages to step aside and dodge your blade. Alright. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Alrighty. It goes to him. He swings his weapon about and attempts to strike you with both of them. And we are that. Alrighty. We'll go through the rolls to hit. Does an 18 hit you?
My AC is 20.
Alrighty. That misses. That, the 24 hits. Then, actually, important question. Alright, he does not confirm the crit. And the 21 hits. So, Pion unleashes a flurry of blows with his machete. He swings rapidly, and you're unable to block each of the attacks.
Didn't one hit?
He gets 2 hits in. You take 10 and 6 points of damage.
Ooh.
Then he will step to the side. And that is his turn.
I shall step in and try to hit.
Alrighty, the second one is a hit.
As I hit, Athos will absorb some of his life energy through the scythe and get 19 temporary hit points.
God, it's a good ability. Alrighty. He seems injured by the strike, but continues to fight on. And continues to attack with his blades. Alrighty, we get 2 more hits as he strikes you twice more, but is unable to dig the blade in any deeper. Oh wait, that wasn't... it doesn't matter. 16 more points of damage. Then maneuver himself to the side. And back to you.
2 more swing.
That's a hit. That's a miss.
And 2 him.
Alrighty. Injured, but clearly not defeated. Pion takes a step back and says for the match to end there. Your scythe carries great weight behind it. I'm sure you'll be of assistance to Wuxian. If you'll excuse me, I have wounds to tend to for the moment.
I can if you wish.
Thank you for the offer, but no. He walks over to the Drakon, who gives him a dirty look. He holds out he puffs out his chest, which is clearly damaged, but she just sighs, holds out her hands, and his wounds begin to close. Right. And you down there, you will be happy to follow along?
NVIDIA had walked out, but if Peon's ready to go, since the whole point of this is to show off what we're good at, NVIDIA will walk back in, but she's going to look like Wuxian wearing what Wuxian was wearing. I can roll disguise.
Yeah, please do. I was going to say I have to check his perception now.
Do I get? I don't get a bonus for the cloaks of many sleeves or whatever.
No.
But I get a plus. I do get a plus 10 though.
Yeah, that's pretty good typically. He looks briefly stunned, but then seems to recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm still talking in my voice, so
Yeah.
in NVIDIA's voice, so I'll be like, and I'm ready to go when you are. I'm not quite as powerful as my friends, but hopefully I can put up some sort of fight.
Well, that will certainly be a useful skill if need be, but can you switch back? I would rather not.
That's fair. I'll switch back. Wouldn't want him to feel bad about anything. You'll have to give me a moment to get ready. Like I said, I'm not quite as strong as my buddy.
If you're half as skilled, you'll do.
Well, what if I'm a quarter as skilled?
We will see. Alright. Excuse me for a moment.
No worries.
Oh wait, yeah, it goes into that, that's fine. Alright. That's fine. Alright. Rose seems to... Oh, you guys did Lane, you seem to recognize that was... Everyone recognized that was the same person. Everyone was there. The same Drakon as you saw in the city. You're pretty certain is Ro. And
She had a good aura, so that's nice.
yes, she heals him up. But doesn't look happy about doing so. Alrighty.
I see a kitty cat.
He is pretty kitty cat-like.
That's true.
Right.
I can take a step back.
Well,
Alright.
when you're ready then.
I'll take my time. You're just gonna sit there. I do appreciate it because I'm gonna need all the help I can get, and I'm not actually joking. I am 100% serious about after what I just saw. We're gonna go ahead and cast Divine Favor, and then Wrath. And then I'm gonna cast Anticipate Thoughts as well.
Will save on his part for that one?
I believe so. Will save 15, so not too difficult.
Alright. He does pass that one.
Alrighty, so I got half benefit to that. And, since one's a swift action, since he's giving me the moment, I'll use Judgment of, let's do Judgment of Destruction. Judgment of Sacred Destruction. And then I'll use Bane as my swift action when we actually start. I think I'm good now.
Alrighty. Fucking... Just toss a Bane in there, it'll be fine. Oh, God.
It was not... Wait. Oops, my bad. I didn't actually roll it, but I rolled an 11, so...
Oh, oh good. Similar to Athos.
Hey, Lydia, you want to bless us well?
I mean, if you're throwing them my way, no, that'd be cheating. That's not technically my spell. I feel like it's okay if it's my spell, but if it's someone else's spell, it may be cheating.
That seems fair. Alright. He waits for you to come to him.
That's very nice of him. He does not have to do that.
Well, he did it anyway.
Okay, well, that's up to him. Okay, in that case, I'm going to jump to right here. And... we are going to be using Bane. Let's see. I know he's a Felonid, so I can use Bane, right? Since I already know he's a Felonid.
Yes. So you know that Felonids and Kitsune both fall under Bane Bestial.
Right. Okay. Just want to make sure I like. It's pretty obvious to me. Just had to double check. Cool. All right. Well then. You know, so let's see if I can actually hit him. Yeah, no, not so far. Not that great roll in any shape or form.
No. He steps to the side and dodges your blade.
Okay.
That your turn done.
That is my turn for the moment.
Alright. He will then step in. And like with Athos, swings his weapons around rapidly.
Okay.
Alrighty. A 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
Alright.
23 is my AC.
Okay. Then the 19 misses.
Wonderful. Like it.
And we already saw his damage before, so it doesn't matter. Alrighty. Nice.
Okay.
5 whole points of damage. And that is him done.
6 points of damage.
Oh, it's 6. My apologies.
Yeah. I'll take all 6. That's fair.
Thank you.
Alrighty. And we're just going to back up a step. And let's give it another shot. There we go. That's better. Still a terrible roll. Jesus Christ.
Terrible roll. 24 damage. He looks quite injured by the attack, but is still standing. Alrighty. And then we follow through once more. He steps up and strikes you as well. Alright. We have 2 hits this time.
Okay.
For 17 points of damage. He keeps his weapons at the ready after slicing off the top layer of skin.
Oof. That's not ideal. That's okay.
And that it is to you.
Can I please not kill him?
Non-lethal damage is an option. That is what he has been doing this entire time, by the way.
I don't want to kill him.
Alright. Thankfully, it's not a scythe. You confirm the crit, but the overflow is not so great that he dies from it.
I'm glad to hear that.
We all knew it was coming, damn it. Oh goodness.
He just gets multiplied by 3.
Yeah, just a bit of a damage increase, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Would it be possible to insert myself in the turn order and try to heal?
Oh,
Or
good.
just straight up? Yeah, he's pretty much straight up dead, isn't he?
No. He's not dead because we're doing. He was dealing like non-lethal damage to you guys. Like he's doing like only surface wounds and that kind of thing.
I think if anything, maybe accidentally knocked him out. Like,
Oh,
hit him
yeah.
with the flat of the blade on the back of the head.
So we're just gonna just put it in there. So he takes that much. Considering all of that, he is unconscious and almost at 0 HP.
Sorry about that. I got a little excited.
Oh yeah, he got knocked into the wall and is just into the pillar right behind him. He's just completely unconscious right now. Immediately after do that though, the Drakon runs over and stands between the two of you, tells you to drop your weapon.
Weapons dropped. Weapons dropped.
My goodness, you're an idiot. Why do you do these things? She reaches down and she touches him once more, channeling healing power. And he wakes up with a start. Oh, goodness.
Sorry about that. I was not trying to hit you that hard. That was definitely an estimation of dexterity on my part.
Right. You fight well. Next time I'll have to fight a bit more serious than... If you'll excuse me. I have a bed that is calling to me.
Sorry again.
It just coughs up a bit of blood. Oh. The man in the back just kind of slow claps for you. Clear smirk on his face.
I feel a little bit bad.
Well, you fight well.
Appreciate it.
Here, let me tend to your wounds as well.
Oh, my buddy as well needs some healing.
Good notes.
Athos will channel some positive energy for us.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Oh, pardon. Alright. So, I am Ro, and all of you, I can assume, are here to assist Wuxian.
That is the idea.
And what of yourselves, might I ask? You came here to join into battle?
Yeah. Just to try to do the right thing.
Well, if you wish to talk about what the right thing is, I manage, well, the apothecary and, well, the triage here. So, do come let me know if you need any assistance in either matter.
Fair.
Then she'll just take her leave. You think you hear her mutter something about stupid fighting going on between each other.
I really didn't think I was going to hit him that hard, though. Just so you guys know. Kind of left himself really wide open, and I just went with it. Sort of like, spur of the moment.
You did the right thing. Kicked his ass.
Wow. Lynn will just place her hand on Nvidia's shoulder and be like, "You did good." And while she's doing that, she's also going to channel.
That's a
healing.
good roll.
That's a good roll.
Without saying anything, just enjoy the good feelings. I don't know.
Enjoy the warm fuzzies of the wand of healing.
Is Nvidia using the new glaive?
Yes, actually.
Lynn will definitely notice that and just kind of smile to herself.
Mm-hmm. She'll in case she accidentally got any blood on it, she will clean it off so that it is shining clean.
Lynn, you know, fun fact, it won't rust. It's just, good thing.
Yeah, well, also, regardless of rust, there's still a cleanliness factor that's important to me.
Oh, yeah. So, these two seem to go to chatting with one another, and you guys are left alone in Wuxian space. What are you to do?
I mean, I do think we put our best foot forward in this particular situation. Oh, that's good. The next question is, do we want to go visit the other city? Or do we want to start prepping for the potential battle with the mayor?
I think that we should check out the other city.
Okay. Good time.
Did they say their timeline for what they were thinking it was going to be?
Yeah, they didn't give us an official timeline. They just kind of said we're not going right now.
Yeah. Well, we probably have time then.
Okay. We'll double check with maybe Wuxian or Ro instead of Kian. I still kind of feel bad about that. Before we leave, just let them know, like, hey, we're gonna dip for a little bit. We're gonna go check out this other town. We can be honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Athos, what are your thoughts on it?
I think it would be for the best. It will allow them more time to put the fear into the mirror, make them more likely to give up.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Alright, well, let's go see what their time frame is, and then we can let them know what our plans are. Is Wuxian back in her room?
Most likely, but you don't know.
Ah, okay. Or let's be polite, sorry.
No, you're all good. No one seems to stop you or anything, so you guys can just move around as you see fit.
Okay. I will still knock on the door to Wuxian's office, room, study.
She'll call out. Yes, you may enter.
Hello.
Hello. I take it things went well then?
Yeah, Peon may need to take a nap, and you probably should check him out, like, in some sort of concussion protocol for the next couple days, but they did go well, all things considered.
Right.
Well, for us.
Yes, for us, thank you. With that said, there were a couple things we wanted to investigate, and we wanted to know, as it seems like we are going to be assisting you with the raid against the mayor, what is your time frame so we know to, like, when to be here and ready by?
Well, you said that the bandits have likely been dealt with, correct?
We defeated the bandits to the east, and then the bandits to the west, the ogre pickin, we convinced to leave this territory as they hunted other ogres, and they did promise us that they would stop raiding caravans.
Well, you remove the ones more important in my mind then. Mangjol has been a serious thorn on my side for years.
Oh yeah, he was, and NVIDIA remembers nearly dying, a bit of a problem.
Indeed. Well, considering that we no longer need to deal with the threat of bandits, we have a bit more time on our hands. Mm-hmm. Ideally, we were going to work during the harvest when the militia will be forced to move out to protect the outlying towns and their food supply. Typically, that's when bans will come to raid and the countermeasures are put into place. So,
makes sense.
With that not being as much of a concern, we should be able to move in at any point in time, though sooner is preferable to later, especially if you've had people redirected elsewhere.
Yeah. What we can do is I can send a message to the mayor. We've built up a bit of a rapport and schedule a time to attack and let him know that we're going to need as many of his force that he could send out to meet us at that location. We'll give it a number, maybe a week or so.
How sure are you that the mayor trusts your word?
Pretty convincing last time we talked to him.
Well, let's hope that's true.
I certainly hope so.
Well, I shall trust you to do business as you see fit. Simply keep me informed, and we will organize a date.
Okay. Is there anything that needs getting done while we are out and about investigating?
Unless you wish to try and save time in from the ice troll, I would say not. The water supply and the bandits were the greatest issues to the region, I do believe. And we have been sustaining ourselves here fine. With the deliveries we received from Yondell and what you have provided, we have little else to concern us. At least for the time being.
Well, tell Bae that we say hi if you happen to talk to her. Then we will take our leave and go out our own way for a little while, but we will be back as soon as we can. Yes.
I hope you don't mind, but I will have to be sending someone with you to ensure that you don't report any of this to the mayor.
Oh. Like they're going to come with us, like, for our journey, sort of idea?
Yes. I cannot simply trust you to not betray me at the first moment's notice.
For sure. Are we okay with that, Cattell, Athos, Lynn?
It sounds reasonable.
I mean, yeah, it sounds more than reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Lynn, you okay with that as well?
As long as they like tigers.
Alright, who do you plan on sending with us?
Well, I suppose it would be best if I were to send... You seem to have capable fighters along your side, yes? You were able to best high arm, which is a good sign to say the least.
It was a lucky hit.
For your sake, I hope not. Jaywalk, the Spirited, he would be glad to join you, I'm certain.
We don't know him, but that should be fine. Do you mind if we meet him before we go? And that way, if anything comes up, we can report that to you?
Go ahead. He should be over in the mess hall right now. Feel free to speak to anyone here. I know you have your doubts about myself and my cause. Speak to anyone to help alleviate that.
Is this the mess hall over here?
No, it's just a general meeting area. The mess hall is right next to where you guys started, over on the far left.
Oh, okay. Alright. Layouts.
NVIDIA chooses to teleport.
It was super effective.
It is very effective. Alrighty. Just get rid of that.
You have too many people to carry them. They keep getting blocked by the light.
Yeah, dynamic lighting is a thing, but I mean, you are underground.
Mm.
It's the walls that I'm running into.
Yeah.
Trying to take both of us through like a one-person space. It's like, nope, sorry, Baldur.
Yeah. I tried to maneuver early using the arrow keys, but for some reason I started just going through the tab. It's very strange.
He's green.
He's green. That's fine.
So is the human soldier as well.
Ah! One day. Well, unless someone else spontaneously has a title, you're pretty sure that it's going to be the Drakon.
Right. That's what it sounded like.
Everyone in here seems to just be chatting amongst themselves. They throw you a cautious eye as you enter in. And the Drakon in the corner is just casually playing a trumpet. just quietly playing a little tune to uplift spirits.
I mean, that's nice. What was his name again?
Jaywalk.
Can we spell that in chat?
Yes, I will go ahead.
Jaywalk Spirited. Excuse me, we're looking for Jaywalk? Jaywalk? Sorry.
He is now a Jaywalker.
Jaywalker?
Yeah. You hear a distinct toot as he pulls the trumpet away. Ah, yes, that would be me.
Nice to meet you. We're new to this area, but there is, point is, we've been invited on for some of the mayor attacking, but there is some more things that we need to go about investigating, and as such, just to make sure that, we don't go and immediately tell the mayor all the plans that we have recently heard. Wuxian was asking you to come with us just to keep an eye on us.
Oh, right. Well, of course. I'd be glad to assist in such a matter. I
Okay.
am quite skilled.
Could you tell me everything about yourself? And while he's telling us about himself, can I do a
Five check? Yes, sure.
Just enough time for me to cycle through everything.
You fool, he's too low of a level.
Is he really?
Most people are.
Are we gonna have to protect him? Oh no! I turned to everybody and he's like, he's not very strong. We need to protect him.
Most people
That's
aren't.
what matters.
Most people are not level 5 or higher. Fun fact.
I mean, no, that's true, and that makes a lot of sense. With that said, not great to travel with, because we're not that strong either.
You'll be fine. This is fine.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll get a sense motive on if he does anything. But yeah, what's your deal, Jaywook?
Well, I have done a lot of traveling in my time, and I come from Yondell. I left many years before anything involving Wuxian. Lord Hedderset was an interesting man, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
And I chose to, well, explore the world and see what the rest of Anvasilia had to offer. When I returned home, he was gone, and the city was faring better than ever. I asked around and figured out who had done this for us, and lo and behold, I found Wuxian and came here. I've been working for her ever since in order to pay her back for the good work that she's done. I'm a bit of a traveling scholar, player of instruments and the like, so I have provided some services, keeping up the good spirits of everyone here. There's been a lot of ups and downs throughout these journeys, but we try to focus on the ups. At least that's what I'm around for.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you, Jaywook. I'm Invidia. It's nice to meet you. This is Lynn and Balder. And then that is Cattell, right over there. And our friend Athos as well.
Who's Athos?
Oh, right. Oh, wait, where is he?
I got lost.
He also didn't introduce himself as Athos.
Yep.
Oh,
He was the only one.
I meant scrolling up. Orias. We're over here, though, Athos, if that helps.
Athos is lost in the maze of this place.
I don't know if you can see my arrow, but I'm pointing to where we are.
Hello.
And that is our friend Orias, over there.
Right here! Well, glad to make your acquaintance. I'll just have to go and check with Wuxian about all this, and then I'll be happy to gather my things and be ready to head on our way.
Fair enough. We'll be waiting, Actually, what time is it? Should we be going to sleep?
You guys just woke up earlier.
It's dark out, but
Yeah, it's dark out, but you guys woke up like 3 hours ago.
Well, we got to get back onto a regular sleep cycle at some point. Okay. We'll be waiting above ground for you, I suppose.
Rightio. Do you plan to head out tomorrow or this evening, by chance?
Group, what were we thinking? Do we want to head out tomorrow or this evening?
It was kind of short notice for him. Is he ready?
Yeah. Do you need to take? Do you want to leave tomorrow?
Oh, I can travel light easily enough. Anyone who's asleep that'll miss me can always find me a week later.
Okay.
sooner the better to me.
Okay, we're gonna be leaving tonight then. Jaywook, if you want to just double check with Wuxian, grab your things, and then meet us up top. We have a. Do you think they'll let us take the cart back, or at least? Well, who knows? We at least have the horses.
Also, I'm sorry, I totally forgot about this earlier. I was supposed to reveal the handouts. Alright, sorry about that. But yes, he heads on out. Grab some stuff, and we'll be back eventually. Now, is there anything else you want to do while you're still here?
Since I'm here, can Ro recharge my wand?
At the cost of magical reagents, yes.
I'm also broke, so I don't know.
How much would it cost?
In magical reagents, how it depends on the amount of charges that you're trying to get back.
I need 11.
Let's have a look-see. 11 charges is about 85 gold.
Oh, I think I can still afford that.
Okay.
You can use the party funds.
Oh, that's true. This is a party set. Party funds.
So 85?
Yeah, 85.
Thank you. 40, 50. I'm gonna type so.
She's the only one of her. Sorry, not the only one for crafting fee, but one of the only people in here that does have a crafting fee.
Nice. Well, that's nice. Thank you, Ro.
If you guys do want to chat to anybody, you're welcome to. But otherwise, can all get ready to head on out. Bowler going to investigate things on his own.
No, I just grabbed the wrong token and now I'm just committing to it.
All good. Getting all the exploration you possibly can in.
Like Skyrim, you have to look at everything.
Have to look at everything. Open no doors, just look at everything.
Found a storage room.
Half of my lights are breaking anyway.
Don't steal the food storage. For your own safety.
Is that what we delivered?
Sorry?
Isn't that pretty much what we delivered? Food?
You delivered food. But you wouldn't want to take away that same food.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get drunk. I'll be right back.
No worries.
Also, yes, the food storage room is completely dark.
Luckily, I have dark vision. So
Yeah.
that's okay.
You guys, most of you can get away with it fine. Well, I mean, half the party can. Alrighty. That's that. So, if everyone's happy to just head on out.
Suppose so.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Before we leave, Lena's gonna go over. What is Baldur doing?
Where did Boulder
He's
go?
attached. He's attached to me in a super weird way right now.
That
I
is-
can't select individual icons. It's automatically selecting them both.
Oh god, where'd you go?
That was you that time.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
what
Lena's
happened?
gonna go over. I don't know. I was doing. Did I let myself go off in the bottom right? I don't know where I went. You killed me.
What? How? I don't know what happened.
Anyway, Lynn is going to go up to the tiger and look at the feline next to it, assuming that they belong to each other. Now I have two boulders.
What? I don't understand. Where are you on the map? Are you here? No, you're not. Alright.
No, I'm way at the bottom. I don't know what happened. Oh, I see myself. Why do you do this to me?
What is going on?
Anyway, I'm gonna go up to the felinid and ask if it's alright if I pet the tiger.
He looks over at you, sees that you've got Boulder with you. Or you would if he wasn't, like, magically disappearing off to the other side of the screen. I don't know what the hell's happening with Roll20 right now. He nods and says, his name is Giggles. Don't let the smile deceive you.
Really?
The tiger's name is Giggles. I came to this session prepared, damn it. Every single one of his NPCs has a name because I thought it would be asked.
That's the NVIDIA way, normally.
I'm amazed it didn't. Honestly, I am genuinely amazed.
We were very focused on specific things tonight.
Yes.
So asking the name for everybody did not come up.
Every single NPC.
Nice to be working
It's very
with, yeah?
soft. Thank you.
But yeah, the tiger just kind of... He's a bit wary at first, but he'll gladly accept any pets they give him. Clearly very tame.
Tiger right here.
He is a bit bigger than Boulder. One day Boulder will grow up to be big and strong like him. Alrighty. Almost forgot. There you go. Alright. Then, if everyone's ready to head out, we will call it there for the evening, I'd say.
Okay. Play this out, Jaywook.
Alright, hold on. Let's get... Alright, he plays you out.
Mm-hmm.
That's trumpets, right?
Oh, I usually hear that when we level up. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's pushing your luck, kid. Well, hope everyone enjoyed tonight. It was a bit awkward, with a few technical difficulties along the way. I'm sure we'll find a second Lynn hidden somewhere on this map in the near future.
Well, I know like exactly where she is because I can see her. Like when you select multiple tokens, I can see her. Like the box where Baldur's at the top left and she must be at the bottom right. But no matter how far out I zoom or if I take him all the way to the top left, she still doesn't show up. So she has just been yeeted off the bottom of the map. Oh, I see her! I found her! Oh, there's a second one that's like off in the forest. Let me see if I can bring her up.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Alright, Lynn is multiplying. Beware.
Oh, and she's gone.
Dead.
Okay, bye.
This time I got the delete off, so she should be gone in theory.
Okay. And now I can just move Baldur and Lynn independently instead of them being linked. That was weird.
I might have hit group at some point, but I don't think so.
You might have, because no matter what I did, they always had the group box around them.
That's strange. I grouped Wuxian and Pion together just so it'd be easier to move them through the place, but maybe it somehow did that to you as well. I don't know, man.
Maybe. I don't know. This map has been really laggy for me, so
Yeah, it's because it's a big map.
yeah.
The other one is a little bit worse, I'd say, just because it has even more shit there. Like, it's just a big map.
Yeah.
What is like 70 by 60 in size or something?
Mm-hmm.
It took a good while to build that.
Cutie pie, cutie pie.
Alrighty. Well, like I said, I hope everyone enjoyed tonight. I hope you enjoyed beating the shit out of Pion.
That was nice. Thank you for beating the shit out of me with out of Pion with me, Athos.
Always fun.
Next time you get to do it in a real combat, right? As you inevitably betray everyone, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, of course.
Good to know. Just checking. Goodness. Well, I'm gonna head off for the evening, so you guys enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you all next week.
See you next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
And to anyone who did watch the stream, hope you enjoyed yourselves, and have a good one.